What's up, guys? Fishing Made Easy. I'm Justin. This is Jay. Tomorrow we're going to be going out to the lake to see how many fish we can pick up. We're going to be fishing specifically soft plastics, and we're going to show you how we rig them. Josh is working tomorrow, so he's not going to be able to be out there, but that's okay. We're still going to see what we can pick up. I'm pretty sure he's going to get spanked pretty hard, but before we get into that, we're going to talk about how we rig these baits real quick. I'm going to let Jay tell you about how he rigs his trick worm.
What I normally do is I got the little end right here. I bite a little bit of it off just so it's going to be kind of flat. Just going to stick it down through the head part of the worm. I normally try to use a 4/0. I like the Gamakatsu just because it's a little bit bigger hook case. I try to short strike it. And just kind of pull it up where it's straight. And kind of put a little bend in it, run it back up in there. And that's going to be about it for the bubblegum trick worm or any other kind of trick worm. But while he's over there talking smack about getting spanked right now, I think I'm ahead on one fishing trip already. So I'll let him have it, but it'll show tomorrow. Results will.
So I noticed that you've got that bait rigged up weightless, and that's primarily how you fish trick worm.
I like it trying to walk on top of the water like a Zara spook almost. It'll kind of be about 1 inch up under the water, but it'll sit there and twist kind of like a Zara spook does. A lot of times, you know, the fish, they can't resist it just because they like the like to be a little aggressive most of the time. Like largemouth bass, they try to get stuff that just try to cut through the water a little bit.
What I like to do is I like to add put a little split shot about 4 to 5 inches above that on the line to give mine a little bit more drop, so it drops in harder. But you know, there's a bunch of different ways to fish trick worms. It's probably one of the most effective baits. I'm going to talk to you about Texas rig. What we got is probably a 3/0 hook here. We've got a bullet weight, a free sliding bullet weight that goes down over the onto the top of the hook right there. You're going to rig it almost exactly the same way that he showed you before. It's going to go into the top of the worm there to probably about the first notch. You're going to come out the bottom, push the worm all the way up around the bend, flip the hook, take your worm, bend it just a little bit, bring it out the top, push it back so it's weedless. Push it out just like that so it's weedless. And then you'll, two different methods of fishing soft plastics, but this one's more of a low and slow pocket, you know, across the bottom. That's more of a fall to try to get that reaction bite. And probably one of the best go-to fishing baits is probably the trick worm if you want to just catch numbers. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoy working a trick worm because, like I said, it don't matter if it's hot summer days outside or whether it's cold winters. A lot of times that trick worm will just make them bite when other things don't.
All right, guys, so we'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have a good day.
He's going to go swimming, by the way. Whoever catches the most, whoever catches the biggest, don't have to go swimming, but whoever loses got to go swimming, so hopefully you're going to see Justin.
Yeah, we got a little bet going. Whoever catches the biggest and the most, somebody going to have to get their swimming trunks ready.
I don't know what we're going to do if we tie.
I don't either, but I hope he's got his swimming trunks with him. We'll see y'all. We're out at a local lake today, fishing with Jay here. We're gonna see how many fish we can pick up, so y'all stay tuned.
Well. Oh, it feels like a good one. Yes, sir. Hey, boy, you might be swimming today. Caught him right here on the bank on this, right here on the bank. Remy, get back. Like I said, Remy's got to lick the fish and everything. He thinks he's entitled. About 3.5 pounds. Pretty largemouth bass. Not bad for the first one. Caught it right there on the bank. It's gonna be off that worm. A red with black with little red flakes in it. A little red glitter.
hookup of the day. That's a pretty good bass off this Texas rig. Alright guys, first hookup of the day. Probably a little 2-pounder. Hit right up under that structure there, throwing that pumpkin fire on the Texas rig. He hit it pretty good. Come out of there and try to run me around some brush. Nice little largemouth. We're gonna get him back in the water. Fish on the trick worm, baby. Ooh, that's a good one, guys. I think old Jay need to get his swimming trunks ready. Woo, guys, this is a good one. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is probably a good 6-7 pound shoal bass. It's a big shoal. I mean, that is a big. Doing too much river fishing, guys. I'm calling them a shoal bass. That is a nice largemouth.
That one biting it. He bit it out here toward the middle. He's a good one too. About 2 pounds. Not a bad fish. Pretty healthy. Sit. Sit. Lick it. Don't bite it. See, every time he's got to lick it. But that's about another 2.5 pound bass. Like it might have a little bit of eggs in it. It's hard to fish out of this kayak with a dog in here that loves to fish just as much as you do. And if I leave him at home, he pouts if I come back smelling like fish.
It's right here. Something is anyway. It's running like crazy. So right here feels good. Another good little bass off the trick worm, throwing it the same way. It's a good little guy. Hit it pretty aggressive. Gonna get him back in the water. You know, one of my favorite things is throwing this thing. You can figure out the cadence that they want it and start bringing it through there pretty good. Start smashing fish. Oh, that's a good fish. Woo, guys, this is a good fish. Good fish, right at the boat. Man, he blew this thing up. A little slack away on the short line. Oh, he's got a lot of gas in the tank. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Burning him through the water, burning him through, and caught this guy. Really, really nice bass. Great bass. Gonna get him back in the water. Man, that was a good fish.
A pound and a half. Still catching off the rubber worm. He was about maybe 8 yards off the bank. I'm not really knocking fire to it, but all the rain we had and the wind and all this other stuff. A little murky water, it makes it a little bit difficult, especially midday too. About 2 pounds, about 2 pounds.
That's a good one. Trick worm's working so good. That fast cadence coming through this water, guys, is really putting it on. It's a nice fish. Well, you got a little fight to him, right? Wind kind of blew me under that tree. Ooh, this one's full of eggs. Get her back in the water pretty quick. Female right here is full of eggs. Ain't gonna hold her out of the water too long. I want her to get back in there and do what she's doing. Oh man, that one smoked her right in the boat. Look at this. Mudcat. All right, guys, caught this little mudcat off the trick worm out here bass fishing. That's kind of, it happens from time to time. It's kind of an oddity, but they're colored up pretty cool. I think the actual name for them are what? Is bullhead? Ain't that what they really call? Yeah. A mudcat. Oh, mudcat.
That makes 6. Good old buck bass.
Picked up most of mine off a black trick worm, tied up like I showed you. It just kind of hitting it a little bit faster than I would normally work it. They were just smashing it. I'll let Jay tell you about what he picked up most of his on.
I got most of mine off of that, it's called the black red glitter worm. Had a little weight on the front, but most of mine was about 5-10 foot off the bank, and I caught a few of them off the bubblegum trick worm, weightless.
Yeah, so we ended up picking up 3 real nice fish, probably 5 pounds or better. So all in all, we had a good solid day. So y'all check us out for the next video. As always, like and subscribe.